think it is, isn't it?
Probably could be Tuesday. Hello to no one that is watching right now because we just started.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Oh, we can like give ourselves a little feel there.
Look at me.
Yeah. Where's the chat now? Top chat. Some messages such as.
I'm gonna put on my phone
Yeah. Hello to everyone that's not there.
here. Is anyone in here?
Nope.
Hello, people of the internet.
Hello.
Join in, please.
Join in. So actually, we just do our disclaimer first.
Disclaimer.
These are only opinions.
Yeah.
They're not facts. We're just having a chat about it. Of course, have a chat with us. Want to hear your guys' thoughts as well. Because there is going on at the moment. We have been following it through multiple social media platforms, and let us know, of course, in the chat if you can hear us.
Yes, please. And we all. Oh.
Can you check your phone actually?
Oh, yeah.
See if the mic's like. Oh, that's weird. Oh, well, it's in a cathedral.
Oh well. That's fine. Yeah, so we haven't really seen today yet.
Yeah.
So we have missed today's one, so yeah. We're a day behind on the trial.
Yeah. We were recording today, so we just wanted to jump on and have a chat about that. So go on then, yeah.
So where do we even start? This trial's a big mess.
Where do you start for it? Like, of course, first thing is anyone that has heard the recordings, you know, they are a bit horrible.
Yeah.
Well, not a bit, they're 100% horrible. It's disgusting to hear that treatment towards any human being. Of course, we were a bit, you know, when our all four started coming out, we were like, oh no, not Johnny Depp.
I think everyone was like that though.
Yeah, because like
he's such a big character.
Like that, like some people watched him through the 80s, some people watched him, you know, only found him Pirates of the Caribbean and fell in love with him through that.
Yeah.
So like, and I don't make it bad. I actually don't know who Amber Heard is.
I only know of her from
this case.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Not to sound like that person that's like edgy or lives under a rock, but like we've no idea who that is. Literally did not find out. Like we've been digging through everyone else on Twitter and TikTok and all that stuff and YouTube. Like we've been all over the place just digging through and watching it.
Yeah.
In between like our edits and renders, we're just watching to see what's going on. Like, because obviously we were hoping Johnny Depp was innocent, but you know sometimes it's not always the case. Men can be very abusive as well.
Well, both people can, and I think people forget about that as well. Women can also be abusive too.
Yeah.
I think that's important to remember as well during cases like this. It is both men and women that can be like this.
Yeah.
And it's not just one that's more than the other.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
It's definitely, what would you say? Would you call it double standards?
Yeah, it is a bit of a double standard, really.
Yeah. I don't really like what was the thing that they came out which is disgusting about the PR team. She turned around that man and said that PR team wasn't doing a good job. I was like, what?
Yeah, that was only yesterday, the day before, wasn't it? Amber Heard, apparently, I don't know if this is 100% right, we didn't really look into it too much. She said she fired her PR team for making her look bad. I mean, I personally think the way she acted made her look bad, and the stuff that came out about her made her look bad, not her PR team.
Yeah, I think that the report and the police report and the recordings that were actually played back, they were disgusting. Obviously, we're not going to play any of the stuff or anything like that. Like, we're only having a chat. Of course, look all this stuff up at your own risk. It is very sensitive material. So disclaimer on that and trigger warning as well.
Exactly. So, yeah.
So you've been, well, a lawyer side of the courtroom is the Mega Point meme, if anyone has seen that.
A Mega Point.
Hello, come here with Heather.
Hi.
You're very welcome.
Thanks for stopping in. Are you keeping up with the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case?
If you are, let us know your thoughts.
Absolutely, that is what we're talking about now. We don't actually know where to start because there's a lot.
I'd start from, what was the first thing we seen about?
The first thing we seen, I can't remember. It's already been going on for this is the third week of it now, so it's already been a lot.
I just remember over the quarantine period of watching it and the stuff coming out.
Yeah.
But I didn't realise they'd been done with each other since 2016.
Yeah, they got divorced. I think they were officially divorced in 2016, and then she started she wrote that the newspaper article about him,
Yeah.
and that's when he sued her because that's when she came out and said he was being domestically abusing her.
Yeah.
And that was on 2018, I think. Or no, it wasn't. I can't exactly remember the dates. There's been a lot of dates and stuff that's gone on in that trial. You might learn something, Heather. It's domestic abuse trial, so it's a bit, you know.
It's horrible and it's very sensitive and it's very, very big on the trigger warning.
Yeah.
And quite the detail they go into is a bit graphic, as it would be on a trial. But I think that's the other part as well. Like, how can you sit up there and like your whole life is gone through publicly?
Yeah, like everything. It's not even like a lot of the stuff that's coming out was not even about the defamation case. It's about like because obviously only Johnny Depp has taken the stand so far. Amber Heard hasn't. She is due this week, isn't she?
Yeah.
Tomorrow or Thursday, I think.
And what, she's already trying to get herself a mistrial?
I think they're trying to get a mistrial.
Yeah.
Because her solicitors are just her lawyers. Sorry, are just all over the place.
Yeah, like a mega point and then objects to his own question. Like,
imagine objecting to your own question.
Yeah.
They literally haven't a clue.
Goes hearsay and then like it's his question.
I know.
Like what? Like what is going on? And then I think the worst part was to call his sister in. Like, I'd be outright honest, like should be like, has she no shame? Like what she had to do, like going through like his whole history.
I know.
And then like to like going through in the public eye, like making a sister talk about their mother passing away and all that, like that's awful. No, as far as I've seen, Amber Heard's parents have sided with Johnny Depp as well.
Yeah, she doesn't really have too many people on her side at the moment. But again, we don't fully know yet because her side of the trial is only starting this week.
Yeah.
So there could be a lot more people than we know, but it's not looking great for her side. I personally think he's innocent. Yeah. And especially after hearing a lot of stuff that came out recently about Jim.
Yeah. Personally, yeah, I do think, but I'm not, like, I don't want to make too much of a judgment either because it's not really fair because she hasn't had been on the stand yet. Yeah. So I'm not going to turn around and go, yeah, 100%. From what I've heard and like from his witnesses, basically, from what they've told on their accounts, it's looking that way. But of course, you know, we still have to hear her side.
Yeah.
Like, we're only talking about what we've heard so far. We're not making a judgment. We're not judges or legal counsel or anything. We're only having a conversation.
I do still think, I think he's innocent, but I think she's going to win.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of confusion being done on purpose in the court. Yeah. From her legal team. I think that's what's happening.
I think, well, I don't know, because that petition for, what was that, Aquaman, is it? That's over 2 million.
It's over 3 million now.
Over 3 million? See, that's how quick it's gone. Like, as soon as you think you know what's going on, it's just changed again. So, it's over 3 million for not to be in the movie. And what they say, they cut it down to 10 seconds, or is it 10 minutes?
10 minutes she's in the second one.
Like, in terms of how the public eye have dealt with and their studios and production, if Johnny Depp's getting all his stuff taken off her, or off him, Amber Heard should equally get hers taken off her.
Yeah, I 100% agree because they both accuse each other of
domestic.
Yeah, exactly. So realistically, if they're gonna stop one, they should stop them both until
a judgment is made.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I know they had a judgment in the UK where he lost it, but that was just to deal with. It wasn't fully to deal with domestic abuse or anything like that. It was more so to deal with what she wrote in the paper in England.
Yeah.
Because she didn't use his name or anything like that, so I think that's how he lost it over in the UK. But apparently it came out when she admitted in this case over in I can't remember what part of England or America it's in. Apparently it did come out that she did write it about him.
Yeah.
So she admitted it and didn't at the same time that the newspaper article was. But like, I mean, who else was she married to at that time?
Yeah.
I mean, like, it can only really be about one person, can't it?
Yeah. Well, again, we'll have to read over our article as well because It's definitely a strong case there. Like, I think some of the stuff the witnesses are being asked, as well as Johnny Depp himself, is a bit ridiculous. Now, I know, like, again, solicitors or lawyers, wherever you're from, they have to do their job. They have to ask questions. You know, it's not like everyone has to be heard out. That's a fair trial. But it's heartbreaking when you hear as well the part where he said the only one he's ever abused is himself. Like, that was very upsetting to hear that of him. The fact that he was basically saying that that's how he was made feel by his whole life. It's like,
that was heartbreaking.
Yeah, to even hear that. You know, a lot of people are saying he's acting. It's all an act. We know they're both actors. You know, if you want to say that about one person, you have to say it about both of them. Like, you can't just turn around and be selective.
I think that's a bit unfair as well, that they're only saying it about Johnny Depp. Oh, he's acting. But you can easily say it about her too. And I don't think that's fair at all to you.
No.
I don't think that's a fair judgment to make on either of them. Because if you're gonna make it against one of them, you have to make it against both of them, because that's the job they're both in.
Yeah. Or except one's better than the other. Well, that's the job.
Well, I haven't seen anything with Amber Heard in it, so.
Yeah, like, is there any films you can name off the top of your head besides Aquaman? Like, I only know about Aquaman because that's the only film presented for her.
That's true. I actually can't think of any, but like, then again, like, she might have been in things that I've seen, and I just didn't know it was her.
Yeah.
So I'm not 100% sure if I have seen anything with her or not. I think I probably have, but not that I can think of at the minute.
Yeah.
How about you?
No. Well, like, the most I've seen with Johnny Depp would have been Edward Scissorhands, and then obviously Willy Wonka, and then Pirates of the Caribbean. But Pirates of the Caribbean, like, the fact that he's not coming back to that now.
Yeah, that's a bit.
Like, I mean, that wasn't really fair. Disney wrote him off before he made a judgment.
Yeah.
They've had, like, worse people on.
Oh, that's a different video.
Alright, we'll keep that out. We won't expand any further on that.
Exactly. Oh. No, I know Disney have had some questionable people in the past, but you know.
We won't name names. I'm going to get a drink.
Okay, I'll
hold it down.
Try and keep this going while you get a drink.
What are you talking about?
Talk about it. I think the most ridiculous thing. Hello, goodbye. I don't know why I looked at it. I'm not camera.
Yeah, I'm back on this.
I think the most ridiculous thing that happened at the moment was the questions about the muffins. I thought that was a bit ridiculous. Like, using the fact that the psychologist's husband brought muffins into her in work one day. I really don't understand how that has to do with anything in the trial. She tried to use that as in the husband brought in muffins because he knew that it was Amber Heard that was the client. I don't know. I thought that was a bit of an unnecessary question. I don't know, it was a bit like, I understand the psychologist is not allowed to talk about obviously anything, especially high profile clients, or her husband, and you know, but it was just a bit, I don't know, it wasn't, I don't think it had any really real relevance to anything because nothing happened. Hello. In Mega Point, exactly.
What's the other one? The muffins and stuff?
That's what I was talking about there, yeah, the muffins.
Yeah, where, like, it was Amber Heard's psychologist, or was it? Our therapist that went to get muffins, and they made a whole story off that.
Yeah, her husband brought her in muffins one day, and that was it. Apparently she told the husband everything.
Like, what?
Because he brought her muffins.
I don't think... A lot of it's been well. I don't really understand.
Yeah, a lot of it's kind of just...
Hearsay.
Hearsay.
Hearsay. And then the bed incident. We won't go into too much detail on that, but like, what?
She did admit that though.
Yeah. She
admitted to defecating in his bed.
Defecating. That's a good word.
For everything that's come out so far, everything that's been made public and has been what's the word I'm looking
for? On the record?
No, not on the record. That's 100% true, and has been said to be 100% true. Has all been stuff that she did.
Yeah, that's all being facts.
The rest of it is hearsay about Johnny Depp.
Facts no caps.
Facts no caps, exactly. Except for the fact that he slammed cabinet doors. I think that's the only thing at the moment that has happened.
Yeah, well, did they write that down as that was reactive review or something?
Yeah, I don't know if they wrote it down as that, but I can't remember what they wrote it down as. A lot has happened. This trial's wild.
Yeah, I think the only thing about the trial that's a bit, it's a bit terrifying about it, that like, if it comes out that she is lying, is a bit frightening of the level abusers will go to cover up things.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And the lies they will make up to hurt people's public opinion or their public character. I think that's the most disgusting part.
Yeah.
An abusive person will go to.
100%. Because they're trying to save their own skin, aren't they? They don't want anybody to know that they're the abusers.
Yeah. They pretend to be angels on the outside, but in the actual home, they're not. But that's the upsetting part about it.
100%. And also the fact that when male victims come forward, they're not taken seriously as well.
Yeah.
So if it does come out, because and we don't know what the end result of the trial is yet. If it does come out that he is innocent, it is going to help a lot of male victims come forward.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's going to help a lot of male victims come forward now anyway, because of the fact that
it's more in the light now.
Yeah.
Because the sad part about it is, if this was years ago, it'd be brushed under the rug.
Yeah.
Which is a bit upsetting. Well, not a bit, it's fully upsetting.
Anyone have any questions they want to talk about? Drop it in the comments below.
If anyone's here, let your voice be heard.
Exactly.
I want to hear what you guys think.
You want to hear what everyone thinks. Again, we missed, we didn't see anything to do with today's part of the trial, so I thought she was actually going on stand today, so it must be.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. That's why I was looking to get onto it after, but I said, until we said we'd do a pop-up live stream on the last one, so.
Because if the trial isn't dismissed, which I think I seen today that today's trial, they're talking about getting it dismissed.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not, because I only seen a quick thing on Twitter. Which I don't think it should get dismissed. Like, it's halfway through it already, and it's only been his side out. So, I think it should keep going. What do you think?
Yeah, of course, but it'll also help a lot of other victims speak out.
Exactly.
Saying this as well, that's a very big thing about all this. Like, it's more people coming forward and speaking out about their abusers and taking their abusers to court and not letting them away with it.
Exactly.
Even
if it doesn't like get anywhere or anything like that, it's the fact that you took that step to do it.
Yeah. You still let them know that they can't box you in.
Exactly.
That's also a big factor of it.
I think that's gonna help a lot of people too.
Yeah. That's what you need in this day and age. After would you say decades of brushing under the rug? Or?
Definitely in Ireland, anyway.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff. If anybody watched the Song for a Raggy Boy or the Magdalene Sisters, the movies, you understand what we're talking about in Ireland.
Yeah, in Ireland it's only like that brushing under the rug behaviour. Like, it's still here, but it's not as big as it was years ago.
There's a lot new laws and stuff in, and they are trying to change the legal system over here now. So that's always a good thing.
Yeah, so something good did come out of it anyway forward.
Yeah, exactly. It's been because unfortunately a lot of cases have come out because during the COVID, so. Yeah.
A lot more confined. It's like, I suppose people had more of an escape then.
Yeah.
Like, you could go out and, you're away from it, but now they just went, there's more stories to read and more people are coming out, so.
There's a lot more groups helping each other now too, I think.
Yeah.
I feel like you see that a lot more now.
Yeah.
And like Facebook and Instagram and stuff, just groups coming together.
Definitely feels like there's a lot more help out there than there was years ago.
Yeah, not sponsored by Coke, by the way.
Yeah. Just thirsty, not sponsored.
So if anybody wants to ask us questions, pop it down in the chat.
Did this just go on to the Unity?
I'll post it again.
Oh, we can do silver. Look at all these filters.
Ooh.
Any of these filters interesting? Oh, that's a bit wild. What's this one? Let's check it out.
Oh, God, no.
Whoa, that's trippy.
That's very trippy.
Who's the 5 likes?
I don't know. No idea. I don't know. So yeah. Anything else? I can't even. God, so much stuff has happened.
It's hard to pick it out.
It's just for a legal thing, just such a mess.
Yeah, definitely. Like, wow, what is that? Like,
Oh, actually, she was caught out lying with the brand of cosmetics she said she used to hide the bruises.
oh yeah, the actual brand came out though and said we didn't release that till after that.
Yeah, it came out and it was like split in 2016 and that was released in 2017. But there was no chance that she had it from the start to the end of the relationship.
Yeah. Like, what were they thinking though?
So no, that was a bit of a... I mean, if they hadn't just said any concealer or anything like that, but the fact that they used that specific brand and said it was that specific brand is a bit mad.
Yeah, but you not have to be like that though? Down to the nose?
Yeah, I think you do, don't you?
From where I've been reading from cases anyway, it's very specific when they take something out. So, you know, you can kind of, because a lot of them cases that don't make it as much televised as this one, they're very specific down to like anything that we use. Like,
So you have to be, so you're not getting, well, I suppose you're not getting caught out like this, really.
yeah, but I suppose that's why you can't be vague either.
No, yeah, that's true. You do have to kind of say what the brand was, and unfortunately, they didn't do their research, and they said the one that wasn't even out at the time.
Yeah, but she'd already been caught out in a few lives before that, hadn't she?
Yeah, because this I don't know why I said twice there. When she called the cops over in one of their penthouses, she said that the whole house was trashed and all the stuff was broken, and her sister was getting, you know, abused as well, and so was she, and there was cuts and bruises and scrapes and everything all over them. But that's not what was in the police report, and the police, I think it was yesterday or last week. No, I think it was yesterday actually. They testified to it and said no, nothing like that happened.
Yeah.
And everything was with the house and everything was fine when they got there. So I mean, that's not great.
But like to go to them lengths to say such horrible things, like, like how do you even come up with that?
I have no idea.
You know what I mean? Like,
Elon Musk and James Franco were supposed to come and testify. They're not anymore.
Yeah, they were all for it and all that, and then got cut out though.
Got cut out, yeah. So, well, not got cut out. They just changed their minds and said no.
Yeah.
So that's not.
Yeah, but when more stuff came out, they kind of
took a backseat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they're changing their opinion completely of him. So what's really going on there?
Exactly. It doesn't. Are they just trying to save their own skin? It seems a little bit like they're trying to save their own skin.
But what? Like, I don't really. Like, what's with the? Like, why the big aggro towards Johnny Depp? Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like, they were 100% like backing it, and then as it drew closer, and then when things were actually said, then they were like, oh no, they took a back seat then.
Yeah, I don't know, because they were on Amber Heard's side, and now they're not. Well, it's not that they're not, but they're just not willing to come into court.
Yeah.
So that doesn't sound too great.
Well, what do you think?
I think he's innocent, and I think she's going to win. And that's my opinion. I either think she's going to win it, or it's going to be a mistrial because her solicitors are such a joke. Her lawyers, sorry, are such a joke. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's going to definitely turn into, like, they're going to come up with something for the trial anyway to get out of it, because what they've been saying to him, and like they're starting the articles off saying, you know, they're not true, and then trying to make truth out of it.
Yeah.
And he was like, even Johnny Depp's like, yeah, it's a good article, you should read it, but it's only an article.
Oh, that's another thing they use, isn't it?
Yeah.
All the headlines. How can you use a headline as truth?
Yeah, like the headline is literally clickbait.
Yeah, it's like, how can you use a headline in a court case? You can't.
Yeah.
I don't think you can. Yeah.
I'm not too sure. I'm not well versed in the legal system.
No, but I mean, they're supposed to just use facts in a court case, aren't they? And a headline in a gossip magazine isn't exactly facts. They are willing to publish anything for money.
You wouldn't know what they'd want to use in a court case at this day and age. Like.
That's true. Well, I suppose he was, her solicitor, was allowed to use it, so.
Yeah. Well, they have to hear everyone out as well.
No, but I mean, as in, like, I thought it had to be 100% facts, and then he's coming in with newspaper clippings and articles from random magazines, which isn't really facts at all, I don't think.
Yeah, but it seems like time wasting, to be honest.
Yeah, there's a lot of time wasting. I suppose her solicitor, Rottenborn, took 5 to 10 minutes to look for a document. Is that not time wasting?
Yeah.
Like, running around just looking for things I would class that as time wasting anyway.
I think they're trying to wear his like team out and everything, and it's like they're hoping like to draw something out.
Yeah, that's what it's like, isn't it?
Yeah, they're trying to like. In fairness to him, he's keeping the stand well. Like when things are being said to him, he's holding composure well, and they are trying to like they're trying to be insulting as well in a roundabout way.
Yeah.
And then 1 minute they're like, "Did I get that right?" And he's like, "Yes, you did."
Yeah. Answering the same question 4 times is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But in a legal sense, I feel like anyway, if you keep asking a person the same question in a different way, if they're lying, they're gonna slip up.
Yeah.
No, he didn't slip up.
His stories haven't changed.
Yeah.
He's saying the same thing, and not only that, Amber Heard, like, I want to hear what she has to say on that stand.
I think everyone's waiting to hear what she says, because I don't know how she's gonna pull this one off if she does win it. I don't know how she's going to. Because even the stuff she recorded didn't sound great for her either.
Like, she started a video. From what I've seen, people said this was already found out. If anyone wants to correct me, don't be afraid to. I might have, again, it's only opinions, it's not facts. Did they not say she started a video after trashing the house?
Yeah.
She was like, I just woke up and all that, but he had already come down and seen the whole house trashed, but she kept the camera at an angle where you couldn't see the rest of it. Yeah,
and she was trying to blame him and that, and he was just like, leave me alone.
Yeah, he was like, I'm just going to have a drink and walk away from this.
Like, obviously nobody knows 100% what went on between the two of them. No one's going to.
No, of course not. Like, there's no, like no one has eyes everywhere. But I suppose that's, again, why they both get to present the case. Like, as much as, like, yeah, we've heard Johnny Depp, his stories are heartbreaking, 100%.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's disgusting, and, like, it's one thing being abused, but to recount on such a public forum as well. And he's talking through that, and you can just feel it, like, the pain. But again, people are like, he's an actor. It's like, yeah, but his sister's not an actor.
No, his sister's not. No.
Like, his sister, the people around him aren't, and to make them re-talk about their, like, force them to re-talk about their final moments with their mother as well.
Yeah.
That's some level of discussion. Like, I don't really know what relevance that has.
I suppose it's just kind of to see how he is, isn't it? Because they were asking, like, a lot of people what he's like on set and stuff, and what he's like to work with.
Yeah.
But I mean, you kind of, with the case that it is now, you kind of have to ask them questions as well.
Yeah.
Because if everyone has the same opinion, then obviously it's true.
Yeah.
But everyone's opinion seems to be he's not like that at all.
1 minute they're saying it's a defamation, there's no talking about the abuse, and then the next minute it's not.
There's a lot of stuff that's been that just reminded me of something that happened actually.
Yeah.
I think this happened today or yesterday. One of the solicitors asked what parties playing in Pirates of the Caribbean, and the other one objected it for speculation.
Like what?
I don't think that would be speculation at all if anyone's in Pirates of the Caribbean, considering his character made it.
Yeah, like when you think of Pirates of the Caribbean, automatically Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, you don't think of anything else.
Like
you think of, and the fact that they were like that speculation. How was that speculation when he played Jack Sparrow the last 5 movies? He's not going to play like Davy Jones now all of a sudden, is he?
yeah, like
I know, I just thought that was a bit weird.
why is the rum always gone?
We did just watch Pirates of the Caribbean, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, this has been like as much as we were keeping up the case, like we ended up rewatching the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. So
they're good films.
They're
good movies. Not saying that takes away from if he is or isn't.
Yeah, but like yeah, he's a good character too. But like also everyone else played their part perfectly in them movies.
That's true. They did indeed.
Shall we keep going?
Go for 5 minutes and leave it at that.
Yeah.
So yeah, if anybody has any questions or anything, drop them down below. You know, this was literally a last minute live stream, so yeah, if you want to do it again with a bit more time, we will. We just had a lot to say, so we thought we'd come on now and say.
Yeah.
Because it is, the case is so public.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why not have our opinions on it? Everybody else going too, so we might as well talk to.
Excuse me. Yeah, but that's exactly why, like, of course, you have to be careful with these things when you are speaking on them. A lot of stuff, we'd like to go into more detail and stuff like that, but a lot of it, it's not like you have to hear both sides too. We're speaking solely from opinions, not saying what we're saying is facts or anything like that. But anything that's already in the public record that is factual, that would be facts.
Because there has been a lot now already that has been put to the public, like text messages, phone calls, everything, recordings, all that stuff. So
yeah,
there's enough to actually make an opinion, because regardless of what happened, and regardless of the videos and stuff that came out, it wasn't a good relationship.
No. It seems, from what we've seen and read up on anyway, it's very toxic.
Yeah.
Very toxic.
Mm-hmm.
Upsetting that, because it does take a lot to have a relationship, and like, it's kind of brushed off as like people are treating it as if like it's something like opening a door.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work, and there's a lot of like love and affection and emotional feelings put into it, and to just be like nonchalant about it like that, is a bit upsetting.
Yeah, it's hard to watch as well. It is tough to watch. You can literally see the emotion in everyone in the courtroom.
Yeah.
So that's like, and they didn't have to make it public either. I really don't know why it's public. Because they could have kept it private.
Yeah. So to let everyone know, like,
letting everyone in, because regardless of what happened, they both obviously had a part to play in their relationship.
Yeah.
Whether it be good or bad, they were married, so obviously it had to be good sometime.
Yeah. As they say, it takes two to tango.
It does take two to tango. That's correct.
So we'll leave you with our half an hour of opinions.
Exactly.
And of course, if you want to comment and have a chat with us there, we'll chat with you there. We know the live stream was last minute, but we said we'd pop out. So expect pop-up live streams a lot. We will be doing a lot more of that. The next one will be more likely be out and about live stream.
Especially if there's like current events on like this and stuff. Might as well talk about them with everyone too.
Yep. Because we want to hear what you guys have to say.
100%. So yeah.
Make sure you give us a thumbs up, share us out, all that good stuff.
Exactly.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.